Hello, everyone, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark,
And I'm Rob.
and today we're going to talk about Caitlin Clark possibly being traded. That's what her fans want, anyways. And hey, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and hit that notification bell when you do. Rob, I've been seeing this since about game 5, where Super Clark fans are demanding for her to be traded because the coach is just so incompetent and wants to hold her back, which is all true. And I can't blame him for wanting that, but I don't think she has enough leverage to do that. The only leverage she has is, listen, this will be my last season with you guys. I'm going over to Europe to play if you don't get rid of this coach. And that's what I would say.
Right. A lot of people are suggesting that. I mean, that's what I would be having in my mind. And why not throw it out there? Not especially now, you kind of have the advantage. Like, hey, this is my last year. If you were the agent, Mark, if you were the agent, would you suggest that to her or throw it out there to the team?
Absolutely. I just let them know this is confidential, but this will be the last year with the Indiana Fever if Coach Sides is still the coach next year. That's what I would say. And she's going to go play in Europe. They've offered her $1 million or $1 trillion or whatever. And that's what she's going to do because your coach is incompetent. Your coach is holding her back. And your coach won't let her run the offense that's conducive to her playing her best.
Oh, Mark, come on, Mark, you're just bluffing. I think Sides is doing a great job. I think the team is obviously playing better. So, I mean, maybe certain games we didn't play that well, but I think have Clark stick with us a little bit longer. We're almost there. We're going to get Timmy back, and I think we're going to be in the playoffs.
Rob, you want to know how much this league and her team doesn't even like her? They did a survey of the 12 GMs, Rob. Okay, and they said if you were going to start a team, what player would you start with? Okay, so 6 GMs said Caitlin Clark, 5 said Asia Wilson, and 1 said Aaliyah Boston. Now, who would say Aaliyah Boston? The GM who likes that type of offense that you can run through Aaliyah Boston. So in other words, she didn't even say Caitlin Clark. That's my guess, Rob. Yeah. All I know is they don't even want her. They would take Aaliyah Boston over Caitlin Clark. Meanwhile, everybody else would take the best player in the league, Asia Wilson, and the person who's going to be the best player in the league.
Right. They're the lone wolves there to have that kind of thinking.
If I'm her agent and they don't appreciate my client, I'll say, listen, if you don't want to use her abilities, then just trade her. Think about how many you could get for your team. You could keep your Aaliyah Boston that you love so much, which is fine. I love Aaliyah Boston. So does Caitlin Clark. She's not really the issue here, but I just said that because that's who they said they want to start the franchise with. Fine, you can start all over with Aaliyah Boston, and you got Melissa No Defense Smith and stuff like that, and you got Kelsey No Pass Mitchell. But just get rid of Caitlin Clark because you don't want to use her. So you're not even using full advantage of her abilities. So she's not worth much to you. Just trade her. Think about how much you can get for Caitlin Clark.
It's almost like they drafted her as like afterthought. It's like they had to oh, well, I guess we have to draft Caitlin Clark.
Okay. Rob, if they didn't, I think they had about 3,000 or 3,500 fans per game last year. Your attendance would have gone down to 500 if they hadn't drafted her. So They knew that. Yeah. So they didn't want her, but they drafted her anyway. That's my impression that Lynn Dunn did not really want her, and neither did the coach.
That's what it seems like.
They said this style of basketball is not good for us. We're going to win a championship playing the Pistons type basketball, dinosaur basketball. That's what they think they're going to do, and they're not going to do that, Rob.
Brutal, unexciting basketball. That's going to bring the fans in for sure. Yeah, I don't think so.
I mean, I just don't see if Coach Sides doesn't change. I just don't see Coach Sides and Caitlin Clark playing together for the next 4 years.
I agree. I mean, Mark, just notice when Caitlin Clark has the ball, everybody in the stands, even everybody who's watching, they get excited. Like, what is she going to do? I mean, she's an awesome ball player. When she gets the ball, it's like, okay, what's she going to do? She's going to pull for a three, logo three. She's going to dribble in off the pick. Nice bounce pass. They're anticipating, like, oh my gosh, I can't wait to see what she's going to do.
Right. And Rob, I think her fans are saying that because they can see what kind of toll it takes on Caitlin Clark mentally. She puts up a good front, Rob.
Yeah,
but she must be so frustrated. I don't know what word is 10 times stronger than frustrated, but she's so frustrated. It's unbelievable, I'm sure. And she takes the high road, but she doesn't even know what to do, Rob. She doesn't know what to do.
I mean, you're trying to, you're out there playing basketball, trying your best, and then you get this kind of situation. Yeah, I mean, mentally, yeah, she doesn't know what to do. It's like, what am I going to do? What do I have to do?
She doesn't know whether she doesn't listen to the coach, she's going to be benched. She doesn't know what's going to happen, to the team. I don't know what her teammates think about the style of play, but I have a feeling they like the fact that style of play was working for them, regardless of whether it takes more energy or not.
I mean, Mark, that happened to me in college. I came off the bench, came in the game, I hit 3 straight shots, and then the coach took me out. And you know what he told me? He goes, you didn't pass the ball inside to the player. I'm like, I just hit 3 straight shots. What are you talking about?
So that's a coach Rob, that sounds like your coach doesn't understand when a player's hot.
Yeah.
She doesn't understand when a player's hot either. She doesn't understand anything about basketball. And I can see Caitlin Clark like listening to her in the huddle saying, oh my God, I have a dingbat here as a coach. My sanity can't handle this. I got to get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, after a while, well, it's almost for the salvation of her sanity, for her mentally. If it's going to continue, if you're going to keep Coach Sides into next year, that's going to. I mean, right? As an agent, I'd be like, no, I'm going to look somewhere else or have her either sit out or go over to Europe.
I think she needs to be fired over the Olympic break.
I agree.
Because the Olympic break is longer than their preseason.
Right.
So this way you can get things started already, figure out what the problems are, the new coach, figure out what they need in the off season, like what acquisitions they need to do, what things they need to work on, and then they can start next year because they have a short preseason. They don't have very many practices before the season starts. So this way they have like a jump on everything and more time to gel.
Yeah, this break, the Olympics would make the team even more solid. You get a new coach in there, get a new system, get them to play. You already see. You don't have to tweak it too much to have them. They're already, like you said, they have the players. You don't have to tweak it change wholesale, but implement which is obvious to everybody. Try a little fast break more, push about the court, better substitution, and then this. Overall
substitution, Rod, that's a difficult word for her. She has no clue how to do substitutions. She has no clue how to call timeouts.
No. Yeah. So you just put those. I mean, it's not too hard to change in 4 weeks.
Well, yeah, I'm just saying if they test it out for the last 14 games of the year, they'll know in the off season what they have to do to improve.
Right.
And they can hit the ground running next year. And guess what, Rob? Especially if they get 1 or 2 good acquisitions, this team could do some damage next year. Yeah. I'm not saying they're going to win the championship, but
they'll be, yeah.
Caitlin Clark's other teams cannot handle the speed in which Caitlin Clark wants to play. They can't. The defenses can't, Rob. They can't set up in time.
Right.
It's so much better when the defense, that you're defensive specialist. I don't have to tell you anything. When the defense can't get set, it makes the offense so much easier. So why can't Coach Sides and Lynn Dunn see that?
I don't know. I mean, even though I was a defensive coach, I still was offense. I would have them get the ball. And if I saw the team was slower, I'd have them push the ball up the court. Push up the court, keep it going. Let's go. I get the ball. Let's go.
Anyways, let us know what you think in the comments down below. Make some intelligent, non-insulting comments. Do you think if you were her agent, you'd go in there and say, hey, either trade me or, play the offense that's conducive to what works, not just what's good for Caitlin Clark, but what's good for the team.
Right.
Because I'll go over in Europe or whatever, and I won't come back next year.
See ya.
I mean, they would lose so much money if she did that, in addition to possibly a player who could end up being the best player of all time. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and hit that notification bell when you do. If you like this video, hit the like button. And join us Wednesday night, July 17th at 7:30 for live Indiana Fever against the Dallas Wings. I'll be doing that. It's on ESPN. And join us for our live show every Monday from 6 to 8 Eastern Time, except for major holidays and except for the 2 weeks during the Olympics, because we'll be covering live 2 to 5. That's when it's live in Paris, and that's when the marquee events are. If you like this video, hit the like button, and we'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.